I served 23 years for a wrongful conviction.
I served 12 and a half years for a crime I did not commit.
I spent 39 years of my life in prison for a crime I didn't commit.
Well, a Cleveland man will soon be free from prison 39 years after he was falsely accused of murder.
I can endure the beatings, the bites, the stabbings, but the loneliness and the not knowing. And we got so many questions, but nobody's answering any of them.
I spent 15 years incarcerated for a crime that I did not commit.
Well, the Lorraine Head Start school bus driver accused 20 years ago was back in a courtroom today.
I thought, my God, what am I gonna do? How did this happen to me? You feel so in despair. You wanna have that hope and you wanna have that faith, but you don't know where you're gonna get it from.
I served 20 years in prison for crimes I didn't commit.
I didn't do it. I did not do it. I'm not the guy.
You're doing this time in prison. You're trying to scream and holler to yell at people to listen.
I didn't commit this crime, and I'll never say I did.
It affects your mental health. It can make you hard, it can make you bitter. Prison is not designed for any type of humanity.
My mother is beating and banging on every door. A friend of hers seen an article in the newspaper that said that they're going to open an Innocence project in Cincinnati.
I just remember thinking, oh my God, somebody is gonna help me finally after all these years.
Nearly 39 years since I walked out of that courtroom, headed to death row, and anybody sat down in front of me and talked to me about what had happened to me.
When the Innocence Project took my case, it was like a ton of weight was just lifted off of me because I knew that these people got people out of prison.
The 59-year-old man who spent 23 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit.
I was mad. I was hurt. I know I didn't commit a crime.
We are their last hope. Someone to advocate and believe in them and fight for them when no one else will. I was lucky enough to have a case where Evan got exonerated, and that was just one of the most emotional and craziest times because I don't think anyone thought he was actually ever going to get out because we got roadblocked time and time and time and time again, and he stayed hopeful, and I don't know how. So it was just really awesome to see him finally get his voice heard.
The Ohio Innocence Project is the most important thing I've really done in my legal career. It's a hard job. It's not all wins and celebrations. It's a lot of grind work. It's a lot of looking through records.
These kids, they put a lot of effort to get to know you, to get to know your case. They don't hesitate to come up into the prison to see you.
We try to help them understand what we're trying to do to help them get out. And as much as we can, we empathize with them.
Those kids mean the world to me, you know, every one of them. What do you say? What can you say to a kid who just basically helped save your life? How do you thank them?
I told Ms. Bergeron and the students, I say, I feel comfortable with y'all, and y'all gonna be the ones to get me out. And I told her, I say, I trust you.
There's a saying in the legal field that you shouldn't get too close to your clients, that you should hold them at arm's length. And I just totally disagree with that. I would never give up the closeness and the personal relationships that I've had with so many of our clients. So that's the thing that's kept us fighting in these cases and kept our nose to the grindstone year after year.
My first Thanksgiving as a free man was with him and his family. And I'm extremely grateful for that gesture, to open up your home to a guy that had been in prison for 39 years.
You're just fighting a system that doesn't want to admit mistakes. You see these people who have been wrongfully convicted. In our office, we have to often just sort of pick each other up to keep going. It's knowing that you're helping people that keeps the fight going, makes you stay up night after night working on the briefs.
They spend so much time in putting a case together and to show that you are innocent. They gave me hope for the first time.
How many lawyers you know just continue to fight? Most lawyers don't do that. Most would have gave up, and she just stood up to them, and that's why I just admire her so much.
When somebody do something with you for years, they become a part of you, and they become a part of everything that y'all doing together. So y'all be joined.
I was acquitted in 2009.
December 22nd, 2011, the federal court released me, and I was out for Christmas.
It was a beautiful day.
I knew that this day would come one day, but I knew I'd cry too, because my mother told me, you'll never give up.
It was a beautiful day, man.
As an exoneree, the state isn't obligated to do anything for me. I'm exonerated. I'm released from custody. They have no obligations to me. Our Innocence Project was there for me all the way. They kept me off the streets. They helped me get my life back together.
You know, I just knew one day that it was time for me to move on and that I needed to do things. I needed to make my own money. So I called Mark and I was like, do you think you guys could help me go through a dog grooming school? And he was like, well, you know, Nance, I don't know, but I can look into that for you.
She was just talking this through as sort of a dream job, but going to dog grooming school was expensive. It was beyond her means, and it requires all kinds of equipment. So we were able to have a donor step forward and pay for her to go to dog grooming school and buy all her equipment.
I've never looked back. I love this job and I love what I do. I'm grateful every day that OIP gave me the opportunity to be able to further my career.
I have been asked to be on the board of the Ohio Innocence Project. I get out and I speak and I try to spread awareness about this cause because that's the only thing I can do. You've got me out. I'm not wasting this trip. I am going to push this issue as hard as you pushed it.
Dean Gillespie, he's now one of my closest friends. I mean, we go fishing together, we talk on the phone, we help each other through personal crises, just like close friends do. And we're gonna be bound together, we're gonna be friends for life.
We joined at the hip for life. Ms. Bergeron, I still call her up, see how she's doing, her family doing. The Ohio Innocence Project is family now. So that's what you do with family.
Whenever someone's getting ready to get out, 5 or 6 of us will meet up. We'll go up to whatever courthouse it is, wherever they're going to be gotten out. I got to be at Ricky Jackson's exoneration. I got to watch a man walk out of prison after 39 years.
It's a fraternity, man, and it's healing for us to be around people that are like us.
What helped me a lot is just having the right people around me. Me and Ruel talk often, Robert McClendon, Dean. These are people who've already been through what I'm going through now. It takes a village, no matter what you've been through in life.
They're never not a part of your life. They're always going to be a part of your life, no matter what.
I've looked over the abyss, gotten to the point where I didn't know if I was going to be able to live another day, but I always had that ember inside of me, that truth. I knew who I was. I wasn't going to let this circumstance define me. I wasn't going to be the criminal they labeled me to be.
Oh my God, I was in there sleeping, I just heard him.
Oh my God.
Like, I ain't have no words. I was like, what? It really happened.
Chris.
I didn't even know you was down here. Is Karan here too?
Yeah, he's here.
Just seeing my son. To see him as a man, as a husband, as a father, the grandson, like, words can't even explain how much I look up to my son. Seeing Michelle, who's like my sister and someone who fought for me all these years, and just breathing that fresh air, it just hit me. It's time to get to work.